imagine like him fighting Tom Holland Spider-Man. That'd be crazy. Fighting a person that looks like his mentor. You guys think it's desperate? Because Marvel has not been great in the past year. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm David.
Hey, I'm Lawrence.
I'm Matt.
And today we're going to be talking about San Diego Comic-Con news. This was a crazy news outlet. Are you guys big fans of, the Comic-Con? Or have you guys ever gone to a Comic-Con?
So me personally, I've never gone to a Comic-Con, but I have found them very fascinating. I knew I had coworkers who actually went to them, and they brought back like some neat stuff that they came.
Oh, nice. What about you, Matt?
No, I've never been to any form of convention. I think they're really cool, though. And
Yeah.
I would love to go to some. But, it's not very in the budget to fly out to, California.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's hop in it because this was a crazy panel they had. So we're going to talk about Marvel's Fantastic Four first. Are you guys big Fantastic Four fans? How do you feel about this, group?
I'm not the biggest fan. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like, especially now where it's like a heavy focus on like the Avengers and all that. It's like it's nice to see like more like side characters in a sense, like in the comic series. I think it'll be a good change of pace.
Yeah.
Plus, it's more modern because I know they try to do Fantastic Four in the past.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always the best. So hopefully this time around it'll be a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, Fantastic Four, they're neat, but I never got too much into it. I was more into just a regular Avengers. We get all Iron Man, Thor, and all of them. But now, since they're coming out with all the newer ones, we're seeing all the Cyclops and all the characters coming in with that side of the heroes now.
Nice. Yeah, totally. So they said this Fantastic Four movie is going to be called The First Steps. How do you guys feel about that title, Fantastic Four First Steps?
I don't know. To me, the First Steps, they already had stuff going on with Fantastic Four, but I mean, it's a way to get it out there with all the new characters they have coming out for the cast now.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the cast? Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Like, that's so bizarre, in my opinion.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know?
I don't know actors.
Oh,
is that the
Mandalorian?
Oh, I'm thinking of the Jim from The Office.
Oh no!
I've seen him as
No, yeah. He's gonna be playing Reed Richards, and then Eddie from Stranger Things. You know that, right? No. Have you ever seen a movie before? Like, what's your favorite?
Have I ever seen a movie?
I meant Marvel.
Yes, I have seen a movie.
I meant Marvel.
Matt's over here doesn't understand some of the characters, so he doesn't watch movies.
No, Marvel. Have you ever seen what's your favorite Marvel movie?
Favorite Marvel? I really like Civil War.
Okay. That's probably one of the best ones.
I liked Iron Man 2 for the sole the main reason why I like the Iron Man movies was because of the suit-up scenes.
Yes.
And my favorite was when he had his little briefcase.
Yes.
I was like, who needs who needs a suit? I got my briefcase with me.
That is a pretty neat scene, actually.
Yes. So they said for the Fantastic Four movie, it is shooting this week in London. And they said that is going to be a retro-futuristic version of New York set in the 1960s style. So you said it was going to be modern. How do you feel that it's not modern anymore and now set in this futuristic alternate universe?
Well, I'm not saying modern. I'm like modern.
Oh, like
movie.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Compared to 10, 20 years ago when they didn't have the technology we have nowadays.
Yeah.
My hope is that if they use CGI, it'll be a lot better than what it has been.
Yeah.
Because I know it hasn't been the greatest in some of their recent movies.
Like the last Fantastic Four, that was atrocious.
Because they're gonna need it for the effects with Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
I want to say Johnny Test. What is it? Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm. The
Thing, it's like it's either going to be a make or break. There's no in between with
this. Totally. Yeah.
All those looks.
Yeah, and it was made in the 60s. The original comic book was published in the 60s, so I feel like it kind of works, So, another thing they announced was Thunderbolts. It is kind of like a Suicide Squad, but for Marvel. How do you guys feel about the Thunderbolts or the Suicide Squad ripoff, people are saying?
I mean, I was never the biggest fan of the Suicide Squad, especially the movies, because, we don't talk about the Jared Leto Joker.
No, not even a little. Jared Leto is the creepiest Joker.
Yeah, when it came to the Suicide Squads, I mean, the first one to me was good, but the second one they just went overboard with it.
Yeah,
and
really?
after that, I just never paid attention to them anymore.
Really? How do you feel that the second one, the guy that directed it and wrote it, now he like basically is the CEO of DC and like runs it?
That's interesting. I mean, I've been seeing some of the stuff now that they're trying to come out with, and it kind of seems more of the feel of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The second one. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to stay more into it to see what else is going to go on, but at the same time, it's like, okay.
Do you guys do you trust James Gunn? You think he's gonna do well?
Once again, I don't know who that is.
Okay. He's the guy making all the new superhero movies.
Hope so, man.
Yeah.
You show me just because here's a picture.
Okay, it's a picture. But yeah, they said that they're working on Thunderbolts. David Harbour, he was the Red Guardian in Black Widow. He came out in his new suit, and they said that it is a very espionage spy type thriller. Off Florence Pugh, she's the main lead in the movie. She plays Black Widow. She said that she jumped off the second tallest building in the world for just one shot.
No stunt double?
No stunt double.
Wow.
Would you guys do that? Would you do that?
No. Would I jump off a building? No. Even with a parachute,
Yeah.
no.
If your friend jumped off a building, would you do
No.
it? No, no.
I mean, I'm at that point now. It's like, well, doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't hurt at all.
It does hurt, especially if your parachute doesn't open.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at that point, I already know where I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money in her, so they'd be like, well, we better start recasting her now or later. So then they also announced Captain America: A Brave New World. How do you guys feel about?
I saw the trailer, and I don't want to get my hopes up, but as of right now, it looks good.
Yeah.
Mainly because I like the Falcon.
Yeah.
From Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame, I like him as a character, and just because he's got no powers.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing I like, especially with if we go to DC, I like Batman and the Bat Family because they have no powers. I'm like, imagine you're fighting all these superheroes and super beings, and you got robot wings. He's my guy. He's the underdog in this. So I'm kind of excited to see how he does. The thing I saw in the trailer that has me excited is the Red Hulk.
Yes, the Red Hulk.
That is the one that actually did catch my attention, in that the Red Hulk. And I know, especially with Captain America, that one, it's a classic. You got the Star Spangled Banner right there, and now he's an all-American.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about it. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, but especially Red Hulk.
Yeah.
That's the main one, is what I'm focusing on right now.
A lot of people are kind of controversial about it because Falcon turning into Captain America, people say it should have been Bucky. How do you guys feel about that?
Bucky, he was his own character, though. He played a great Winter Soldier, and they should just keep him at that. And if you remember in the movies, if I'm not mistaken, it was Endgames when Cap told him that, Sam, you're a good man. Mm-hmm. And the same thing was told to him before he got his powers, that he was a good man, making him the reason why he became Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Well, and for me, going based off the story, Bucky was a sleeper agent. So it kind of makes sense for him not to be Captain America because, you never know, with everything with Civil War, with them finding a way to reactivate him, you never know if that could happen again.
True.
Even if they say they cleared it, you never know. So it makes sense, especially for Sam, who had fought alongside Captain America and a lot of the newer Avengers. Makes sense. And how their bond grew.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so they said that there's going to be some new characters. There's going to be some villains called the King of the Serpent Society, and it's going to be a political thriller. So it's going to be more like Winter Soldier than Civil War or the first Captain America. They also announced the biggest news that Marvel has probably ever announced, and that was R.D.J. is coming back as Doctor Doom.
Yes, I was super excited to see that he's coming back to play in the Marvels now. But it does put an interesting fact of where's the story going with him now.
Because he's going to be Doctor Doom for Avengers,
Doomsday, and Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. Well, in Secret Wars, there still is Tony Stark. So it'll be interesting to see how they change the comic story for the MCU.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, because now they're already entering into the multiverse. So now it's like, okay, which universe is this one coming from in order to meet the same character?
And I saw something online. I thought it was hilarious. It was, imagine like, you know, the multiverses are fighting, and it's like out of a portal steps out Chris Evans, and everyone's like, Captain America, and he just says flame on, and it's like, oh, they're both back.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Oh man, I think it's crazy because I mean, like, imagine like him fighting Tom Holland Spider-Man. That'd be crazy. Fighting a person that looks like his mentor, that would be epic.
That would be a really good fight battle right there between Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you're looking at your mentor. You're looking at the person who got you into the Avengers now. How are you going to fit with this?
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think it's crazy. Do you guys think that he is the perfect person to play this role? Because they said they had one person in mind for this, but a lot of other fans were like, they should have done Cillian Murphy or other people.
I feel like this is a great person to play Doctor Doom, and especially with how he said it at Comic-Con, one person with two masks.
Yeah. I do think that was, pretty crazy, and yeah, I mean, even his like persona he even played when he took off the mask and the hood. I just thought that was epic, and people are like coming out and they're like, actually, he auditioned for the very first Fantastic Four with Chris Evans. He auditioned for Doctor Doom in that movie. So people are like, that would be crazy. Like, if they bring that guy back, you know?
That'd be good, actually, yeah. And the funny part, when he did the big reveal, when he took the mask off and everything, you remember the same pose from Iron Man?
Yes, that was
perfect.
See, and that's the whole reason why they should just bring Chris Evans back as another Human Torch. It
honestly,
fit.
yeah, keep it going now.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's desperate? Because Marvel has not been great in the past year.
I don't think it's desperate. I will say I'm a little surprised because I can't remember exactly, but I felt like R.D.J said that he's kind of done after Endgame.
Yeah.
To see him coming back again, but you know, it makes sense. Like, oh, he's done as Iron Man, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's done with the MCU.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe this could have been, you know, maybe they had this planned all the way back at Endgame, and that's why they had them kill off Iron Man.
Yeah.
And so he could take up a new role.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I think the one thing that stuck with me is like, okay, you're bringing back a character now, an iconic character. Now let's see where it's going to go with him. And if he's going to play a character where we're all not going to like him, that's a great actor to bring back to the spot.
Yeah, I definitely think, because Doom is like one of the biggest Marvel people, and a lot of people hate him, but like giving him a character, an actor that we like adore, I just think it's perfect, and it's gonna be so conflicting for the fans. Have you guys seen the show My Adventures of Superman?
I don't think I've seen the animated one.
Yeah, it's like a little anime inspiration.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I've not actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've watched the first season. The second season came out, but they announced that they're going to have Superboy, the one with the black leather and the glasses. They're going to bring him, which he's one of my favorite DC characters. How do you guys feel about Superboy? And, you know, are they like, all right, we've already done this with Young Justice and
the
Teen
Superboy
Titans.
I know of is from Young Justice, where it's the he doesn't have all the powers of a Kryptonian, but he only has some because he has that human DNA, being, you know, Lex Luthor's DNA, because he's a clone. Like, that's the Superboy I know. I don't really know the leather jacket, glasses, like able to fly, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm into. That's the only one that I remember was just from the Young Justice. That's the only one I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's like, they have to take inspiration from Young Justice, because the very first 2 seasons of Young Justice shaped basically my whole like fandom of a DC fan. You know,
because, you know, the first 2 seasons were the actual good seasons of
Yeah,
Young Justice.
yeah.
After that, it kind of just started going downhill.
Yeah, it was trash after season 3 was so bad. It was
I
shocking.
think there's like 4 seasons now too.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't even
goodness.
know.
Yeah.
Well, because I think with it, they started leaning more towards what's the word? Like they at one point they had Garfield Logan, Beast Boy, go through like a PTSD episode.
Interesting.
Like depression. Like they went more on like a mental battle side.
Interesting.
So it's like I kind of see, like, you know, you want to like get that flavor of, like, you know, it's not always easy being a hero because you can't always save everybody.
Yeah.
But it was like with what they started with the original first 2 seasons, where it being more like combat focused, like I felt like they kind of went off the tried to go off the beaten path and it didn't work out the way they wanted to. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, true. We also got some more superhero news. Have you guys ever seen the CW show Superman Lois?
I don't think I have seen that.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, well, they just announced that for their last and final season, it is going to be a 2-hour first episode. That's like a whole movie, basically.
Wow.
2-hour first
Yeah.
So is this a show or a movie?
It's a show, but they're going to have the first episode is going to be 2 hours.
Is this the continuation of like the Superman live action, like the old one?
No. This is a brand new group for the CW, and it's pretty crazy and pretty like it's different, but there's a little lower budget, but it's still fun and enjoyable. But it was announced that they canceled the show because James Gunn's like, I don't want it to compete with my Superman movie. Do you guys feel it's a little dirty, or you guys like, it's business?
I could say, yeah, it's business on that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be more kind of business.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to release a Superman movie and a show at the same time, would the actor be the same for Superman?
No, it's two different actors.
And see, that's where the hard part comes in. It's like, well, now you have two different Supermen, and it's like, okay, well, you could try to play it off like, a multiverse thing, but it's just one of those. It's like I would give the movie more of a spotlight first, and then do the show.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that's true. But so that's all the news we got today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope the framing looks good because it's like one person. Like I feel like this is like one of those info commercials that's like before and then it's like after, and it's like after the bodybuilding, you know. Right. So I look so small in this frame probably. It's like before Steve Rogers and it's like after Steve Rogers. So, thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. Check out August. We're going to have some more episodes, and hopefully you guys will see these guys again, and we might be doing some spicy Star Wars trivia. So stay tuned, and see you guys later.
Don't forget to buy your So You Think You're a Nerd stickers for 99 cents.
We have stickers.
Yes,
don't forget to reach out.
Forget that.
Yes.
Check out all his social media stuff.
Follow us on Instagram.